Have you ever looked at someone and wondered, how did they make it? What are they doing that I'm not? Because just a few years ago, I was broke. Like literally counting coins broke. And today, I'm not rich, but I live free. No debt, no stress, and my money works for me, even while I sleep. And it all started with 5 simple money habits that completely changed my life forever. Not overnight, but forever. Let's begin. Most people get paid, and the first thing they do is pay everyone else. Bills, rent, groceries, subscriptions. And by the end of the month, there's nothing left for themselves. But rich people? They do the opposite. They pay themselves first. When Warren Buffett was asked about his money philosophy, he said, "Don't save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving." The first month I tried this, it felt impossible. I was making barely enough to survive. But I started small, saving just 10% of every income before I spent a single rupee. I called it my freedom fund. And something magical happened. Within a few months, that little fund started growing, slowly, steadily, like a seed that refused to die. One day I realized I wasn't just saving money. I was buying my freedom. That was the moment my mindset shifted from, I can't afford this, to, how can I afford this? We all work for money, but the rich, their money works for them. When I was broke, I thought investing was only for millionaires. But that's a lie we're told, so we stay stuck. I remember reading about Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So I started investing small. First in myself, books, online courses, skills. Then in index funds, digital assets, and side businesses. It wasn't about quick profit. It was about building systems. And guess what? That tiny online skill I learned for $20 later helped me earn thousands. Not because the course was magic, but because I stopped being afraid to start. Even billionaires like Elon Musk reinvest almost everything they earn into new ventures. Because money is a soldier, and every soldier you keep idle is a war you lose in silence. This next one hurt. For years, I wasted money trying to look successful instead of becoming successful. New phone, fancy shoes, overpriced coffee, all to keep up with people who were just as broke as me. One day, I looked at my bank account and realized I had become rich in things that didn't matter and poor in everything that did. That's when I made a rule. If it doesn't make me better or bring me peace, I don't buy it. I started saying no to every useless purchase. Instead of upgrading my phone, I upgraded my mindset. Instead of chasing trends, I chased purpose. And you know what's funny? When I stopped caring about looking rich, I started becoming rich. Because real wealth isn't about what you show, it's about what you grow. Even Steve Jobs, one of the richest men in history, wore the same black turtleneck every day. Not because he couldn't afford better, but because he valued focus more than fashion. When I learned that the average millionaire has 7 sources of income, my brain exploded. I only had one, my job. And the moment I stopped working, the money stopped flowing. So I decided to change that. I started with one side hustle, freelancing online. Then I added affiliate marketing. Later, I created digital content, small investments, and passive income streams. It took months to build. Some failed, some barely paid. But over time, those tiny streams came together like rivers forming an ocean. Now, even when one slows down, the others keep flowing. Rich people don't depend on one source. They build systems of abundance. Look at Jeff Bezos. He didn't stop with selling books. He built AWS, Prime, Alexa, each one a new income stream. The secret? Diversify early. You don't need 7 today. You just need one that you control. In the beginning, I wanted fast results. I wanted to be rich this year. But I learned, wealth isn't built in a year. It's built with habits repeated every year. The rich play the long game. They don't think in days, they think in decades. They don't chase trends, they build foundations. When Elon Musk was sleeping in Tesla's factory, people called him crazy. When Jack Ma got rejected from 30 jobs, people laughed. When Oprah Winfrey got fired from her first TV job, people doubted her. But they all had one thing in common. They believed that temporary pain is worth permanent growth. That's what wealth truly is. Not just money, but freedom, time, and purpose. I know what you're thinking. Easy for you to say. But listen, I started with nothing. No business degree, no inheritance, no secret hack, just a choice. To start small, but to start now. Because your life changes the moment you decide it has to. You don't have to be rich to start, but you'll never start until you stop acting broke. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one of these 5 habits. Just one. Practice it for 30 days. And watch how your life, your mindset, your future begins to shift. Because one small habit can change everything. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because your journey to financial freedom starts right here.